Hey, good afternoon, guys. Okay, my name is Jarrett Miller. Okay, so full disclosure before I start this video, I used to be a home inspector. I am no longer a home inspector. I was a home inspector for a few years amid the housing crisis in 2008, so it's been a while. Um, had a construction business at the time. Still have a construction business and still, going strong with that. But um, in the home inspection group, I try to bring value and my main focus as far as construction is basically flips, but I do a lot of electrical work, some plumbing work, and just general remodeling in general. But I also own a marketing company and things like that. I got tired of paying um, for leads for my construction company as far as home advisor and different things like that. So I started, a small company and started learning a little bit on how to generate leads for small businesses and things like that, and turned it into a new company that I own and run. So, of course, I am extremely busy, but that's all right. It's a good thing. And so I see a lot of you guys are out there. Y'all are booming and doing great. And so I just wanted to, I know home inspection, you get a lot of business through referrals, but there are always those people. There's always those home buyers that either one, don't trust their agent, or two, like to do everything themselves. They like to do their own research. They like to find their own people. They found their own real estate agent, um, and then some people are just new in town and they don't go to Facebook and for referrals. And so if you're so busy and that you don't want to grow your business, um, and your referrals are keeping you really busy, then you might not even need to be able to do a Google My Map or maybe even a website. I think both of those have their own benefits and some of them have their own downfalls. Um, so but we're not going to focus on websites. We're not going to focus on Facebook. We're not going to focus on any of those things, which all of those things can bring you business. What we're going to focus on is something that you can do for free, by yourself, and with a little bit of work and a little bit of intuition, you can knock it out. So I'm going to try to keep this video. I have to keep this video under 15 minutes because I'm cheap and I'm using the free version of Screen Recorder. So we have 15 minutes to get this thing done, and I've already wasted 2.5. So first things first, we're going to go to a Google My Bisting listing for one of the companies I do own. All right, and so we're going to do that. You have to just Google My Business is one of the ways you can get there. There's about 1,000 ways to get to the Google My Business part of Google. All right, so it's going to bring you here. You're going to click on Google My Business, and we're going to sign in. Okay, so this is a company that I own right here, Nollins Bow Fishing. Okay, we're a bow fishing company out in New Orleans. And so we're just going to show you, I'll kind of show you where we're at. This company was launched in March. So it is fairly new. Crap. Sorry about that, guys. New Orleans Bow Fishing. Okay, so as you can see, I am right here, and I alternate between 1 and 2 as of right now. New Orleans Bow Fishing, you can kind of see I only have 1 review compared to 24 and 5. And then Premier Bow Fishing is the main competitor, and here I am sitting at number 2. And just really quick, just to kind of show you where we're at. This guy's been around since 2016, and I've been around since March 3rd of 2020. So, I started off way down in the ranks, and we're, moving up. And this guy's not even in this spot. So my goal is honestly to get here. And so some of the things that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is first off, how to get here. All right. If we click on more places, we can kind of go down and see how many listings they have. And there's not a whole lot of listings for bow fishing, right? And so, like, the competition is not like great. Okay, so you can sit there and if you're wondering, like, hey, well, yeah, whatever, right? Let me just show you another one so if you were to type in New Orleans pool cleaning, right? This is another client of mine right here. And as you can see, I'm number 2 right here. if we were to go back to Google and we were to type in New Orleans pool cleaner. Let's just try cleaner. We just did cleaning. Let's try cleaner. Here I am at number 2, New Orleans pool cleaning and maintenance. And if you come down after Angie's List, I'm the number 1 organic listing, working my way up to the top. And again, this one was actually done the same time as my last one, around March. So how do you get your business up here when these companies have been around a lot longer than you? And you can see there's a lot of businesses here, okay? And a lot of them have more reviews. Reviews are important. And so I know like a lot of you guys really worry about reviews. And you should worry about reviews because it's the reputation of your company. But reviews don't necessarily affect your rank, okay? As you can see, I have 2 pool reviews, but they don't necessarily affect your rank. Look at this guy sitting at number 3, and he doesn't even have a website, okay? So Google uses those things to rank you, but they're not like a deciding factor. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of deciding factors. So if you were in the market to dominate a space like home inspection, the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you have a Google My Business listing. I'm not going to show you how to set one of those up, but the most important thing that you can do is to make sure that thing is set up 100%. Google will tell you that you're 80%, you're 40%, you're 60%. You're going to have all your hours, your description info, your logo. All of those different things are important. Also, pictures are important, and I'm going to show you why. So if we will go in here and we're going to type in New Orleans home inspector. All right. So obviously this Dave Holt right here, he's paying for this listing. All right. So we're going to look at 5th generation home inspectors. He has 52. All right. This guy has 66. This guy has 61. These guys are like probably competing neck and neck. And let's see who's number 1 in the listing. So Axelrad Home Inspection Associates. So they're actually at this company right here sitting at the number 1 organic spot is not even in the map pack. So if I was him, my goal would be to get into the map pack, to get in that top 3. He may not even have a listing. He may be missing out, okay? And so you want to be able to do a couple different things to be able to get here. So the first thing that you can do just automatically is we're going to go over here and we're going to look at the first guy, 5th generation home inspectors. We're going to take a look at his stuff. And I want you to see just a couple quick things. He's got a lot of reviews, but we're going to check and see how many pictures he has. So when I'm trying to beat somebody competitively, first thing I do is I want to go in and see the types of pictures he has. I want to see how many pictures the guy has. So as we go through, we can see the guy might have, he has a ton of pictures. Are the pictures good? No. Are the pictures of anything relevant? Not really. All right, but look, as we scroll down, we see that the guy just has tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of pictures. All right, it just keeps going and going and going. All right, and if we look at his listing in general, he responds. Here's a response. Here's a response from 3 days ago. Here's another response. Let's keep going. So I'm showing you the things that the number 1 person does. Another response, another response, another response. Okay, so if you haven't figured it out yet, pictures and responses are important for ranking. Okay, and I'm just going to show you the difference. So we're going to go down here to say, page 2. And we're going to pick one out the blue. We're going to do Christopher Nolan Home Inspections. Okay. All right, reviews. Got a good review. No response. Another good review. No response. No responses on his reviews. And you know what else I don't see? Any pictures. Okay? So let's go down and let's try another one. Let's try Audubon Home Inspections. All right, so he's got some pictures. Let's see how many he has. All right, we'll go down. All right. Quite a few pictures, but not nearly not nearly as many. And then if you look, these pictures really, it's got a couple relevant pictures, but not nearly as many pictures as the #1 guy. Let's look at his reviews. All right, so he's got a couple good reviews. All right, one response from the owner here, another response. Okay, so he's moving forward. So okay, so reviews, you should be reviewing. You should be commenting on every response, good or bad. Somebody gives you a 1-star review, respond. Google wants to know. Secondly, you should be adding pictures. There are some things that you can do on your phone that will geotag your pictures. A geotag picture is where that information is relevant to the location. Next thing, and this is the secret, this is the one you should be writing down, this is not common sense. You should have your listing very city specific, okay? And what I mean by that, your listing should be very city specific. What I see a lot of home inspectors do is they say they're a home inspector in my area, which would be right outside of New Orleans. I live 5-10 minutes right outside of New Orleans. Okay, so if I want to be, if the majority of my business comes from New Orleans, well, then I want to set up my Google My Business listing in New Orleans. I don't want to set it up in a city that I don't want to show up for. So a lot of you guys are sitting on outskirts of cities, but most of your business comes from larger cities or cities next door to you. Well, you say, well, how do you do that? Most of you guys probably have your Google My Business listing through your home. That's okay. But if you know someone, right? If you haven't set up a Google My Business listing, if you know someone that will let you verify your business at their home, if you have an office, if you have a real estate agent that will allow you to, that you work with, that you can maybe rent or receive a piece of mail at their office as a home inspector. What that's going to do is that raises your geo tag, right? That raises your location relevance for somebody looking for a home inspector. And so if I am a home inspector, say, let me just kind of show you this map. And guys, this is all off the fly, so I'm just kind of spitting off the fly. Okay, so if the majority of my work comes from the French Quarter in this area, but my home, which is my home, right, is over here. I live over here somewhere, all right? I actually do live right around here. Okay, so the problem is with that, for one, I'm not in the city that I want to do business in, right? And secondly, if someone right here is looking to buy a home and needs a home inspection, well, Google's automatically going to favor, okay, these inspection services right here. They're going to favor these, all right? And so what happens is they're going to, even if I'm a better inspector, even if I got better reviews, they're going to favor these guys. Now, when somebody over here types in home inspection, well, now I'm going to be favored because I'm closer, right? So why not play the game of being where you want to inspect at? So if you want to inspect there, then get a geo listing, get a tag listing here. And so there's a couple more things that are super important as far as NAPs. And what NAPs are name, address, and phone number. And I can show you guys, and I'll do it for free, but I'm running out of time. So if you want like another part of this video to go in a little bit more depth, shoot me a message on Facebook or shoot me a reply, and I'll film it and then show you exactly like how you can actually track your name, address, and phone number and how many times it's listed on the internet and how that affects your rankings, because that affects your rankings a whole lot. So just to recap before this timer runs out, put a lot of pictures, geotag them if you can, leave responses for every single review, and try to get your business listed. Don't be so generic and say, hey, I want to cover the whole state. You may want to cover the whole state, but in reality, Google is only going to show relevant searches. So be relevant in where you list your business, okay? Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.